Hello, this is Dale, your librarian. This is your quick, oversimplified guide to what a scholarly article is. I'm going to be covering on what a scholarly article is, what it looks like, how to consume it and read it and use it, just like your professors do, and maybe even how to cite it, maybe even how to grab a piece of it and use it in your own scholarly work. But this is wildly oversimplified because I've made videos that have been just like 15 minutes long and we don't want to do that. Okay, scholarly article, very serious. Black and white, there's no advertising, there's no color. The author is typically shown where you can look up the author right here. So there's no secrets being kept. We know the exact journal that it comes from and we can look up their criteria, et cetera, et cetera. A scholarly article is typically found in a scholarly database. You can find library databases right here. Here's one. I'm going to go back. And when you do a search in database, I looked up foodways or baking or culinary and prison. If you want to do that, fancy Boolean operators, I can teach you that in another video. But you'll see we've got 20 articles here, and it'll tell you if it's an academic journal. Sometimes it'll tell you if it's a peer-reviewed or if it's not. If you have a requirement like that, let me know. But typically, they'll have what you need to know right in the title. Your professor, when they're doing their research, they will do a search just like this. And they will go through and go, this one looks good. Nope, that's not what I'm interested in. English and Welsh prisons. No, I'm looking in North America. And they'll go through and grab these as fast as they can. So don't think that you have to understand everything as you go. If you read something and you're like, body mass index and hand grip strength, I'm really looking more at the social things. If you can, in a space of like 10 seconds, decide like that, that's how your professors do it too. Convenience food, food and resistance. No, I'm more into relationships. Social networks in a women's prison. That's exactly how it's done. It's very quick. And unless you're doing a systematic or scoping review, which hopefully you won't hear about until like at least your senior year, it's okay to quickly grab titles and open it in a new tab. What you do next is you go into the abstract. The authors, again, we can see the author, even their email address is like right there. So we could contact them. And I was like, I was reading about your psychosocial outcomes for women. And I was wondering if one of those might have possibly been this one psychosocial outcome. They'll write back to you and go, yeah, that's exactly what I was shooting for. Who are you? Do you want to be my research partner? They will talk about women's narratives in foodways. So this might be like oral histories or interviews or something like that. And it'll give you an analysis. If this is what you wanted to find, then you can go back into the article later after you've downloaded it and saved it and cited it. If you think you're going to read an article, grab a citation. Citation generators are built in to every database. So here's another one that I found. Here's another database. Where's the citation generator? And this one. Yeah! I finally had my video set up to be quick. If you find an article that you think, oh yeah, it passed all of my tests, and now I have 5 articles and I want to find how to use them, what you can do for your paper is with that citation is you can say, Stearns in 2019 said that food is one of the more salient features of incarcerated life. I'm grossly oversimplifying this. But what you can do is you can bring this article into your paper like you're bringing a buddy to a discussion about something, and you can quote them, and you can, oh man, this is really powerful. Actually, research suggests that inmates demonstrate with food to create positive identities, respond to powerlessness, and establish status. What? Isn't that amazing? So you could have like a paper where you're talking about the power of food, and then you could grab this little quote, and then you could go on for the next 2 paragraphs talking about the power of identity, powerlessness, and status. Ooh, this paper writes itself. Do you want help doing this? Let me know. I do this all the time. Sometimes it doesn't happen this fast, so your results may vary. The rest of a scholarly article is going to be these bits and pieces that you don't necessarily need to read to understand their place. The lit review, and in this article, the lit review goes on for pages and pages, is the precedence. If you find something good, look at the lit review and you can see what led up to that. It's also going to have the methodology. So it might be their survey and maybe the survey questions. It's going to talk about the population that they talked about, how many people they talked about. You don't necessarily need to consume all of those things to grab this one quote as an undergraduate to talk about responding to feelings of powerlessness with food. This has been Dale, your librarian. Oh, I wanted to show you the citation manager. EndNote, Zotero, ZBib, Cite You Like. These are things that you can grab all of your citations and throw them into a database where you can annotate it and you can put in, oh, I really like this quote. And here's some of the keywords that I found that I want to go into another database. Okay, this has been Dale with your overly simplified review on what a scholarly article is. Reach out to me at dale.larson@utah.edu.